What's going on, guys? It's Greg here today, and I'm bringing my first ever V2 rocket. You guys saw the second one. It was against pro player Attach. This one today was my first ever V2 rocket I ever dropped. I was running the care package, the glide bomb, and attack dogs. Funny thing about this is I was trying to figure out what the setup is to go for the most kills in the game, because I really just wanted to try to get like 100 plus and all that kind of stuff, and that's why I was running the care package, because I figured maybe I could get a second pair of dogs in that same life through that care package. But yeah, I ended up getting a V2 rocket. This gameplay wasn't even really going for it, if I remember correctly. I was just, like I said, going for 100 plus. So today's tips and tricks video, because there's going to be 1.5 more days of the beta, I figured I'd go over some tips and tricks on how to get V2 rockets. I have about 8 so far in the beta. One of my friends has like almost 20. He is just, this is his year, man. He's just been going absolutely crazy. But yeah, so let's go ahead right into it. So number one tip I have for you guys is to get a gun that you are going to be comfortable with. Now, this could be something like the MP40, the STG. Those are probably the two best guns in the game. One of the hidden god guns that I don't see a lot of people using is the NZ41. It's a very good assault rifle if you're going to be tap firing and trying to get longer range engagements. Just be careful not to full auto it too hard, or else the recoil will go all over the place. But it is a very good gun for tap firing. So I recommend leveling a gun up to level 30 and just finding a class setup that you are really comfortable with the attachments. Try to build one that is around your playstyle, and you'll be sure to find some success that way. The second tip I have for you guys is to honestly start learning the spawns, and there are 2 maps in this game that's really hard to do on. Number one, this map right here, Hotel Royale and Eagle's Nest. Those are really 2 hard maps to figure out the spawns on. But there are a couple of maps that I recommend is probably going to be best for earning your first V2 rocket, and that is going to be Gavutu as well as Red Star. So if you're playing Blitz or the 12v12 Assault mode, those are going to be your 2 best bets for trying to earn V2 rockets. The main reason being is there's more people in the match, and as a result, sometimes the matchmaking's a little bit looser because it has to connect so many people into a lobby. But you're still going to have those sweaty lobbies, of course. So, but I'd recommend playing a Blitz or an Assault, because it's just, there's a lot more action. You can kind of pick people off, find some good spots on the map. You really want to figure out those power positions, such as the top roof on Red Star or on Gavutu. You can go on the boat and set up top of that, or maybe even like the ring where that artillery is at, and you can go on that side as well where the beach and all that is. So those are some really good areas for you to patrol. You don't want to get too aggressive, cause a spawn flip, or get too far into the spawn, because then you're just going to be getting killed and slaughtered by everybody spawning, because there's just so many people on the map. As for your class setup, the best perk setup in my opinion is going to be low profile, radar, and double time whenever you're doing this. Now you could use Tactician if you want for extra stim shots if you're running that, but I recommend double time just so you have more tac sprint, because that can help you out. Another thing is for your field upgrade, you're definitely going to want to have the munitions box on. I know in this one I was running field mic. A lot of people are running Ghost in this beta. Again, I don't really recommend Ghost, because having low profile makes it so you're pretty much harder to spot. I believe it works kind of like Cold-Blooded from old games, where you don't really have a red name tag as often, and it's like harder to see your nameplate. I believe that is how the perk works. I could be wrong. I could just be wasting my time with the perk, but I've been having a lot of success since I put it on, and yeah, I'm just going to keep rolling with it. So Ghost, again, if you're be playing solo, go ahead and run Ghost, but if you're in a party where you got them counter spy planes, and spy planes, you got them teammates that are going to be putting up them counter spy planes, then by all means, go ahead and run that low profile. And in Blitz, usually people are running counters and spy planes like at all times, so you'll be having a lot of those coming up throughout the game. So I highly recommend running something maybe other than Ghost if you're really looking for it, especially, like I said, if you're playing in a stack. Now, as for your streaks, you're going to want to have intel, either counter spy plane or the spy plane, and attack dogs. So this is my biggest tip for you guys, because it's going to help you guys get V2 rockets, and it has been one of the best tips I can give to anybody whenever it's going for V2 rockets, and it's that attack dogs. Whenever you go on your 10 kill streak, do not instantly call up the attack dogs. You want to hold them until you are in an area where maybe all of your teammates die and you're the only one left or whatnot, or maybe you're on a 17 gun streak or something, and you really just need that extra help, that's when you call in your attack dogs. You want to hold on to your dogs as long as you can, and then you want to call them in whenever you feel threatened and you feel like that, you know, you're just not going to survive and all your teammates die or whatever it may be. I try to save my attack dogs for at least a 15 gun streak at the minimum. I would say most of the time I'm typically calling in my attack dogs around a 17 or 18 gun streak, because by then I'm getting really close to that V2 rocket, and I just want to make sure that those dogs are there to help protect me and that no one's going to slip through the cracks and try to kill me. Now, there is a glitch that you have to be careful of. This happened to me tonight. I believe I was on an 18 whenever I called in my attack dogs because I was using that strategy, and the dogs ended up killing me. As soon as I spawned them in, the one jumped me and bit me. I don't know if it's because there was an enemy so close to me or if it's just a bug where the dogs attack teammates or something, or yourself, but it happened to me. I don't know, I've had one other person say this happened to them, but I don't know how often this happens. It's only happened to me once. I've probably earned over 100 dogs in this beta, and I've been using this strategy a lot. And I have not had my dogs do this other than one time. So it is something that you should be aware of, but I promise you that saving your dogs and trying to use them whenever you're close to that V2 is so much more worth it than being worried about that silly glitch. So yeah, it might happen to one or two of you out there that are super, super unfortunate and that the dogs are going to kill you, but I would say 99 times out of 100, those dogs are not going to bite you with that glitch. So anyways, the dogs, again, crucial part of this strategy, and I highly recommend doing it. Level up the machine pistol to level 25 or whatever level it is, you unlock the 40-round magazine. This thing is going to save you a ton. If you don't have it yet, make sure you are dropping your sidearm for a weapon on the ground. I know this is such a simple tip, but a lot of people don't do it. The reason being is they're so focused on trying to chain up kills that they forget, hey, having a good secondary weapon can save me. If you're using an STG, you might want to pick up an MP40 or Thompson if you see on the ground. If you're using an SMG, maybe you want a nice BAR or STG or even a Kar 98 you find on the ground. Those kind of weapons are really going to help you out. You just want something that's going to have longer range if you're using a sub, and if you're using an AR, you're going to want to have something that has shorter range. So that's pretty much that's pretty much most of the tips I have for you guys here. Dead silence is not needed in this beta. It's so hard to hear footsteps. I don't recommend that. Munitions box is clutch. You can use the field mic. Munitions box could be clutch, and the main reason being is you want to run thermite. Alright, thermite, there's an area on Red Star where if you're on top of the B flag area, whenever they're coming out of the bunker right below you, and like there's like the little wooded area that they all funnel through where the tank is, if you just throw your thermite on that wood that they have to go through that really, really tight passageway, you can get doubles and triple kills and blitz, and that is going to make getting V2 rockets so much easier because you're going to be getting like maybe 5, 6, 7 thermite kills whenever they're spawning there throughout the entire streak of your V2, and that's 18 gun kills then you need with your MP40. Since there's no like S-mines yet in the beta, and they're going to be in the full game, having those thermites is pretty much like having a mini S-mine, and you can start looking other areas, or you can even shoot them. It's like having stopping power because they're going to be so weak. So thermites, super, super underrated. Throw them at high traffic areas. Any place you find on the map, throw that at a high traffic area, and you'll start getting hit markers. You'll know someone's there, and like I said, it's like having stopping power. You'll just start shooting at them. They'll already be weak from your thermite, and it's going to be free, easy kills for you. Or who knows, your thermite might actually pick up the kill, and then you'll have less kills to actually get towards your V2 rocket. But anyways, that's pretty much, like I said, all the tips I have for you guys. Hopefully this helped. Let me know if you get a V2 rocket. Luckily, it's a 25 gun streak in this game, unlike Modern Warfare, which is a 30, and it is game ending. But there's no kill chain in this game, which I know a lot of people used to stack parties with kill chain, and they would all have different ways of earning advanced UAVs, and that would really help out. Mostly people didn't play Ground War would do this because Ground War, it was so much easier to go on 12 gun streaks and stuff whenever you're playing against people just kind of shooting them in the back. But in like 10v10, I remember the kill chain meta was huge last year, and so many people would do that. So this game on full release will have an advanced UAV at 12 kills, but it will not have any sort of kill chain stacking. So V2s aren't going to be, I mean, will they be as easy as Modern Warfare's tactical nukes or as hard as Modern Warfare tactical nukes? I don't know, personally. I feel like with the way the spawns work in this game and how chaotic things can be at times, it's probably going to be a little bit harder, but we'll have to see once we get that Events UAV unlocked, because that is really going to dictate things. But I really wish this beta had that Events UAV available, because it would have made things so much more fun. But yeah, anyways, I'm enjoying this. I still have more gameplays for you guys to upload before this game comes out, so I'll be uploading them sporadic, because I still have a lot of Cold War content that I want to go over for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This was my first ever V2 rocket, like I said, and I have quite a few more V2 rockets ready to upload for you guys. I don't think I recorded them all, but I recorded most of them. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Let me know if this helped you out in the comment section below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.